name's Pete Morrish and I'm the guy that made Woodlouse. Well, actually, I didn't make it. Me and a friend made it. But he's in America, and I'm not, and I'm making the video, so I'm taking the credit. It's a super simple word game for iOS, and when I say super simple, I kind of mean super simple. It makes Tetris look like the Human Genome Project in terms of complexity. And although it's a word game, I think I might have invented a new genre, because this isn't a game that you actually play, and when you do play it, you're not playing it. It sits in the background. It's background gaming. It's basically a posh list. It asks you one thing only. How many words can you think of that have more vowels in them than consonants? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound like much, but trust me, give this thing a chance and it's like lexicographical crack. It gets inside the lizard part of your brain and it just sits there for like years, literally years. It'll monitor everything you say, every word you read, every conversation you have, every newspaper article you look at, every web page you look at, everything will just be going through this little bit of your brain that Woodlouse has hijacked, looking for those brilliant vowel-heavy words. So, this is it. As you can see, it's just a bunch of words in an awesome font on a plain white background. Believe it or not, confident ugliness was one of the things I was going for with this because it's a design trend that I adore. Adore is another one. Crikey, let's add that to our list, shall we? 2 birds, 1 stone, that's the way we like it. Adore. There we go, as you can see, that little interaction there, that's beautiful. It's one of the core interactions in the whole game, and we polished it to within an inch of its life. You enter a word, you hit the button to get it, and if it's right, it'll just slide down, and you'll be ready to add another one. But if you get it wrong, let's try adding adore again. It'll let you know about it. Same for if it's not a word or if it's got too many consonants. As you can see here, I've only got 96. This isn't a true prototype. The true prototype was knocked together by a friend of mine in about 2 hours one afternoon, and that has since become my most played game of all time. I got about 1,500 in that, so I'm waiting for that thing to be released, and then I'll be top of the leaderboards for at least 2 days. It'll be awesome. Yeah, you know what? It kind of is. You know how like sometimes you smell a smell that sucks your brain back to the 1980s and you're climbing a tree with a guy called Rory, and Rory used to be your very best friend and he used to climb that tree every weekend, and it's that single little smell that pulls you back there? Woodlouse is a bit like that. There are certain words in my word list that just pull me back to where I was when I thought of them, like Riviera. Riviera, I was walking down the seafront in Sidmouth with my mum, and she pointed out a hotel. She said, "Isn't that Riviera? Isn't that a Woodlouse word?" And I said, yes, that is a Woodlouse word. Thank you, Mum. She's now got a spreadsheet, actually, an Excel spreadsheet of vowel-heavy words that she sends to me every Sunday. I did that to her. Yeah, every good superhero needs a decent origin story, and Woodlouse is no exception. Half a lifetime ago, I was working in a warehouse for Lancome Cosmetics, picking and packing stuff into boxes for Selfridges and things like that. I kind of got bored there quite a lot, and me and a dude called Lee made up things to do. He made up making cardboard dinosaurs, I made up finding vowel-heavy words, and we're at it for weeks, just sketching down vowel-heavy words on bits of cardboard. We're obsessed with it. And then somewhere in the mists of time, I kind of forgot about it. Now here I am, 20 years later, 15 years into a career making video games, and I kind of twigged that I hadn't made anything I'm proud of yet, and so when I got some of my own time, shall we say, earlier in the year, one of the things I did was get Woodlouse made, and now here we are. Yeah, no, it's not just a list, that would be stupid. There's leaderboards in there, friends and global leaderboards, different score modes, so even if you've got fewer words than your mate, you might have better words than them, so you've still got bragging rights being very important. The achievement system is kind of unique. We think this might be first of its kind. So, you know how like in most games you have achievements called like I am a Centurion and Super 100 and stuff like that. Ours aren't like that. Each achievement's name is a clue to a valid Woodlouse word. So an early one, and they do get harder, an early one is cow talk. And you think cow talk, what could that be a clue to? Moo! So you add moo to your Woodlouse word list and you unlock the achievement. And so what we've done is, we've got 50 of these, we've basically layered a quiz game on top of the core Woodlouse experience. And we think this is the first time that the achievement system has been used for something like that. 2 games in 1, can't say fairer than that, can you? Yeah, there are some nice little touches, stuff like whenever you load the game it'll take you straight to word entry, because we know from having played this thing for bloody ages that we're saving a little bit of time and a couple of button presses by taking you to word entry. There are the credits list. Every time you go and see the credits list it randomly reorders who's in it, so nobody gets top billing because we're nice like that. And 5C colours, we were kind of chuffed when Apple announced the iPhone 5C because our game is so iPhone 5C friendly it's ridiculous. Just tap a little button and you swap the white background to different iPhone 5C colour backgrounds. It sounds stupid, but it's awesome. It's free. You get my most played game of all time for free, which is absurdly generous. There is some in-app purchasing, but it's thoroughly non-cynical, and it's kind of purpose designed for people that really like Woodlouse. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a weird game, and that's why we're making this video, because a press release just wouldn't sell this thing at all. I'm kind of hoping that me bouncing around on my balcony might sell it a bit more. We've got the website over at woodlousegame.com, where we're releasing all the documentation that we made throughout the creation of the game, so kind of indies and students and whatnot can look at it. We were entered into the IGF, we were entered into the BAFTAs, and that's kind of it. Yeah, you can follow me or the game, Woodlouse Game, on Twitter, and I'll be retweeting people like Katy Perry and Justin Bieber whenever they say a valid Woodlouse word.